Here, it's officially summer.
Boo.
I know, but listen, it's closer to what you want.
Yeah, that is true.
Summer isn't all that bad. I mean, it's fucking disgusting and there's bugs and all kinds of bullshit, but I think like the food is kind of fun. I like summer food.
In the beginning, it is kind of fun.
Everything's like that though. At some point, pumpkin spice becomes repugnant.
Bite your fucking tongue.
I swear to God, I feel like I don't even like pumpkin spice anymore because they literally put that shit in your, like in everything. I'm done.
Bite your tongue, Mariella. That is not that listen.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpkin spice, the only reason I keep it to fall time is because of the weather, but you wouldn't fucking know that where you live. So you don't have authority to talk about the spice of the best season
Of the pumpkin?
of them all. It is of the pumpkin. Hey, speaking of summertime, very creepy fact that the waters where you are the hottest they have ever been. So
You're like the meteorologist from hell.
So enjoy hurricane season.
It's going to be great. I know like we're not going to get one hurricane. I'm good. I think every time they predict catastrophe and calamity, literally nothing happens. So I'm going to be on my cloud of positivity and joy and you're going to be over there and I'll visit you and it'll be fine. Deal?
The whole family's going to come up when the hurricane happens. I'm ready.
Get ready, bitch.
I'm ready for it.
Anyway, we're discussing summer because it is officially the summer solstice, I believe, on the day that this is released, which is super exciting.
Longest day of the year.
Are you a witch? I'm a witch. I love all these witchy things. Summer solstice.
The other day, like up here, because it's like, fucking summertime and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is like bright until like 9 p.m.
Yeah. Some people like that.
No.
I don't either.
The only thing that I do like about it is I don't feel rushed when it's like wintertime and things get dark really fast. Yeah. And I'm leaving work like at 4, 5, 6. I feel like, oh my God, like I have to hurry up and do everything.
Yeah. Yeah, which is nice. It's a nice change. Listen, change is the only thing that ever is consistent in life.
Exactly.
So we are going to talk about summer because it's here, number one. Number two, I feel like we really kind of shine in summertime, you and me, because there's alcohol involved and we like to have like little finger foods and entertaining. I think, what's ironic is as much as you hate it, it's kind of like your brightest, most culinary inspired time of year.
Well, because in all fairness, I love me a good drink.
Right.
So this is the time of the year to get some good drinks out.
So we think, right, to get ready, if you have listened to us for a long time, or if you haven't, go back because we have some really good information on how to stock up your fridge. If you're a novice cook, if you're just starting out, maybe you're a college student, or maybe you're just a 30-year-old that never had to cook for themselves, you can go back to our first few episodes and stock up your entire kitchen. And that'll be helpful. But now we're going to be stocking up your kitchen for summer.
Yes.
And we're going to start with your freezer because the freezer is just like that lover that's always there for you or for people who have booty calls.
I said, Marilyn, my mom listens to this podcast.
She does not.
She does too.
Hey, girl.
Mom, don't listen to her.
We're going to talk about what to put in it today into your freezer. And then next week, we're going to give you like the official recipes. With which to concoct all the things using your freezer, your pantry, and your refrigerator.
You said packed.
It rolls off the tongue.
As it has many times. So. All
right, Keter, what's first on deck for our freezer for the summertime?
All right. So simple things. Ground beef.
Which, by the way, we all know I have a favorite.
Yeah, it's really expensive. Don't go shopping with Mariella when you want to make
$8 a pound. Good and Gather organic ground beef from Target is the best. Move on.
Just buy ground beef at frickin' Aldi. You'll be fine.
The
meat
at Aldi gives me the ick. Go on.
All right. I love Aldi. Anyways, chicken bone in, skin on.
Yum.
And there's reasons for that. Maddie, why are there reasons for this?
Well, first of all, it's more delicious. And roasting a chicken in your house will give you more flavor than anything you can buy at the store. And if you kind of make it maybe 3 or 4 at a time, you'll have kind of food prepped for the week for yourself to use in whatever way. And I actually did that this week. And I have cooked with such low stress that it's phenomenal.
Yep.
But it cooks better when it's bone and skin on because it's more juicy, more succulent, more tasty.
And when you take out the bones, save the bones because you're going to make your own broth with it.
You always know what to do with the bone. Keep going.
Damn, I do. No complaints. Okay. Veggies. Let me tell you something. I am like the frozen veggie king. Okay.
I love them.
Because they're easy, they're quick, you can do so much with them, and I think it's something that's overlooked. I think people think that you need to buy fresh vegetables all the time, and here's the thing. Unless you're making that fresh vegetable today or tomorrow,
you're fucked.
Don't buy the fresh vegetable, buy the frozen. I'm not a canned vegetable person either. I think canned vegetables, unless it's like corn or beans or things like that, that's fine.
Right.
But when it comes to vegetables, buy frozen. And something that also remember too that I really like, you get those packets of like, frozen peppers and frozen onions and things like that. And it's just really easy to start the base of a lot of meals.
Right.
And you have those packets. You don't use it all at once either when you're making a meal. And for me, especially during the weekday, I don't have children, but I assume when you have children, it gets worse. But especially during the weekday and you want to make an actual meal, sitting there and cutting everything up.
It is a bitch.
It is a bit. I will say though, cutting vegetables for some reason, like makes me feel more connected to the meal that I'm making. Mm-hmm. But when it's a Wednesday night and things are going crazy, no, don't worry about cutting up vegetables.
We're not romanticizing it. We're just trying to eat.
We're just trying to get food in us.
And you know what I'll do too? Like most times, the onions are so big these days. Like there's really never a small onion in a bag anymore.
Right.
And I use about half. So what I do is I will cut the entire onion into smaller pieces, like a dice. And then I will put the half I'm not eating in a Ziploc bag and I will put it in the freezer. So the next day I don't have to prep the onions. They're already there. And I just pop them in the thing I was going to say in the frying pan.
Right.
And that's a good way to kind of not waste either. And then I hate putting onions in the refrigerator because forget it. Then everything tastes like an onion. It's disgusting.
All right. Well, wrap plastic around it.
It doesn't help. Freeze it. Garlic
and ginger. This is a big thing that people have been doing lately. And, I will say that one time, well, the many times you've cooked for me, but there was one time in particular that you cut up a bunch of garlic in my home and you just started freezing all of it. And when you left town, it was actually really good to have just frozen garlic. You just broke off a cube and just threw it in there. Mm-hmm. So it was actually very helpful. So, basically what I'm saying is I'd appreciate it if you come cook for me and leave again.
I'm trying, man, but it's hard these days.
That's what I really love. That's the best thing about you coming in town is you cook and I get home from work and there's a meal ready for me and no one's at home and it's a good fucking day. Ginger's another one.
They sell it already in cubes, which
they do sell it in cubes. Yep.
Love it.
And I will say, I know again, I am all about convenience. You make fun of me for buying pre-peeled tangerines, which are delicious and easy to eat. But peeling garlic and ginger is kind of a pain in the ass. So if you can get it pre-peeled, if you can get it already frozen in cubes, just do it. I will say though, I am a bigger fan of jarred garlic,
which I've been using.
Than I am of fresh garlic, but fresh garlic is still really good too. And some people maybe not like the taste of it, even though it's been proven it has better taste. So jarred garlic, or someone said the other day on TikTok, jarlic, and I fucking hate that word. So
that's stupid. Yeah, but I've been converted to jarlic, and I really kind of use it exclusively these days. So thank you, Keith. You have shown.
You're welcome. That's what I get for a mom who likes shortcuts. So yeah, she always used jarred garlic. I think my grandmother did too.
Nobody in my house ever used it, and they were missing out. Honestly, it is really fantastic, and it stays good for a long time. And then you know what I like about it? They can put like an excessive amount in things, and it doesn't over garlic, which is nice.
Doesn't leave your hand smelling like garlic either.
Yeah, that's true too. And yeah, fucking done. Okay. Anyway, so we also have
frozen
fruit.
Frozen fruit. I am gonna give you guys the best drinks with frozen fruits. So, I mean, yeah, okay, you can use them for more, but
smoothies with yogurt. My kids will eat that. Smoothies with yogurt and a little honey I mean, they love it around this time of year. You could do that. You could even freeze them into popsicles. You can put frozen fruit in your sangria. You can put frozen fruit into your fizzy water. Frozen fruit is a
Frozen fruit's
dynamo.
really good. Frozen fruit, especially like small fruit, like frozen blueberries, really good to bake with.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
you don't really
true.
have to thaw them before you do it because they're so tiny. Now, something larger like a mango chunk or a strawberry, yeah, you gotta do a little work to it. But some of the small frozen fruits are really small diced up frozen fruits. Those are fantastic. And frozen fruits are cheap.
Cheap.
So
For real.
that's
And
another thing.
processed. So like,
Yes.
like you buy a pineapple, like I have a pineapple core, which I love, and I mix it into like rings or whatever. It's still a pain in the ass. But if I get pineapple that's frozen with like a tropical mix, I don't have to do all the work, but I still get to enjoy the flavor, which is
Exactly.
what you want to do, especially if you have kids at home right now and you're tired of feeding them but you also need to feed them well. Like this is such an amazing lifesaver. Quite frankly, I don't think we could live without it over the summer in my house.
No, frozen fruit is fantastic. The other one on the list,
Mm-hmm.
which I never did before, I think you did it in my home and it
I
really
love this.
helped. Freezing your bacon.
The best.
So I'm not a big bacon person. So when I buy bacon, it's usually for specific recipes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wake up in the morning and eat bacon. And can I tell you why I don't wake up in the morning and eat bacon? You're
Yeah.
shaking your head. You don't want to fucking know?
No, like tell me why.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then nod, not shake. Okay. I hate my home smelling like bacon.
Yeah, I agree.
I hate it because it lingers.
It does.
And then when I get home in the evening from work,
You don't want to
it
smell
still smells like bacon.
it. Yeah, it's true.
But I do buy bacon for specific recipes and I don't use all of it.
Right.
So freezing it has become fantastic. I never before thought about freezing bacon, but it's like any other meat that you freeze.
It's awesome. And okay, so when you open bacon and let's say you're making, like for me, I'll make refried beans at least once a month from the can and I doctor them up with chopped up bacon. I'll take like 3 strips of the bacon and I'll chop it up and I'll cook it up. And then I have like the other 10 left in the pack. What I'll do is I'll separate them sometimes 2 by 2 because really who the fuck needs just 1 slice of bacon at a time? Generally, you need at least 2. So I'll put them 2 by 2 stacks on a piece of parchment and I'll lay another piece of parchment on top and then I cut between the slits and then I roll them up into like fruit by the foot. What is that shit called? That candy?
Yeah, like a fruit roll
Like a fruit roll up. And then I put them in a baggie. So when I need the bacon, it's already there, all rolled up in parchment paper. So it's not sticking to itself because frozen bacon sticks to itself and it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yes.
But if you store it like this, it's super friendly. Like the other day I had nothing to make and I didn't want to leave the house and I had frozen bacon, pasta, and tomatoes. So I made a bacon pasta with tomatoes and the kids loved it. And it was a pantry thing basically that I made.
Yeah.
So it'll save your life.
Pantry meals are a good idea.
Yeah. I live and die, especially now with the tomatoes. They're so good right now that you can really toss them into anything and make a meal out of it. You can put it on top of chicken. You can put it in pasta. You can just make a salad. Like use these things. If you're going to buy a fresh tomato, tomatoes last a while too. Like if you leave them out on your counter and not in your refrigerator, they tend to taste better and they will last for the week. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about freezer items, right?
We're talking about freezer items.
Did we talk about pie crust and puff pastry?
No.
Yeah, because they're super versatile. And if you've listened to us, you have heard us sing the praises of puff pastry in particular. You can stuff puff pastry, with anything. Literally anything. Meat, chicken, cheeses, vegetables. Clean your refrigerator out. You can make a little hot pocket, but tastier with puff pastry. You can, what else
You
can we
make
do?
desserts with puff pastry.
Right. That's like its main goal, I think, in life is to be a dessert. And this will be super versatile for you in case you have fresh vegetables you need to get rid of or whatever. And you need to kind of like maybe put some eggs in it, make a quiche. It'll take you out of a pinch more than you think to just have these things. And when you buy a puff pastry box, it'll have 2 in there, which will save you twice.
Exactly.
And then there's pie crust, which I generally don't buy so often, but the fruit now, like the strawberries, fuck me. Have you had strawberries lately, Keeter?
No, but I did go to a farmer's market today and I'm waiting to eat the fruit that I bought at a farmer's market.
Oh my God, it's so good. Like I really forget how different strawberries taste than fruit in general when it's out of season versus when it's in season. And when you have a strawberry in the summer, man, it's like chef's kiss. There's nothing more delicious than like a fresh, ripe strawberry.
You know, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big strawberry fan.
Cause you're not having them like in peak season.
No, I've had them. And they are good. They are much better.
Much better.
When they're in season. Much better. They're sweet and things like that. Not one of my top fruits that I would eat.
My kids love them. You know,
I think kids like strawberries in general.
Yeah, I think so.
But they're like, they're handheld. They're, you know, something small.
And they're
good.
Cute. And they're like squishy. I think the texture.
Yeah, they have like a little bite to them because of little seeds on it and stuff like that. So I can see why.
You can take the fruit of the summer. You could even take your frozen fruit and make a pie. So the pie crust is going to also help you in that regard. You can make an at-home, what are those Pop-Tarts? Have you ever made an at-home Pop-Tart? They're so
I
yummy.
have made an at-home Pop-Tart.
So this will save you this summer. And then you can kind of be ready on the fly to make a thing if you have a nice stocked up freezer with these items. And again, we're going to use these ingredients in recipes that we're going to be giving you next week. So stay tuned for that. And every day we're going to drop a little mini episode like this one talking about what you're going to stock your pantry, freezer, and refrigerator with to get ready for this immaculate, delicious season that Eric loves so much.
Yay.
All right, you guys, don't forget to share us with a friend. Leave us a review on your favorite podcast player. We're on YouTube now, our entire catalog, which is very exciting.
That is exciting.
Listen to us there. Send links to your buddies. And we'll be back tomorrow with some information on how to stock up your pantry to really be ready for what's going on. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.